Hello, welcome to episode 3. We just finished episode 2, but we
had a 5-minute break and now we're back.
Technically 10 minutes, but whatever.
Yeah.
Episode 3. I mean, we're just like drunk, so
we're drunk, so we're gonna. And it's really 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30.
We'll
just continue to episode 3.
You are the only one drunk.
We thought about somebody thought about a Joe.
No, shout out to Samuel because he brought up the nostalgia.
Shout out to Joe and Samuel. Nostalgia. So episode 3.
Yes.
I'm not clapping for him.
Okay, so both of you guys. Episode 3, nostalgia. We're starting it right now, so let's get a shot and let's keep going.
Okay, Ducky.
There you go, Lauren. There you go. I like it.
There you go.
Alright, we're shots first and then nostalgia after. So
alright.
So shots of Himador.
Dude, I'm gonna cry this episode.
Of Gemador.
If it's nostalgia, that I have like a playlist on Spotify that's just songs of nostalgia. I've got Minecraft, I got Santeria on there, I've got...
Oh, nice.
Don't talk about Santeria because it's like...
Do you practice
Santeria?
No, you don't.
I don't.
I don't believe in Santeria.
I don't think people should judge.
I don't even know what Santeria is. I just know it as a song, you know?
All I know is that shout out to Tinder for getting me laid.
Joe, you.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
I need to try the cold brew. Yeah.
The cold brew. You haven't tried the cold brew, right? Sponsored by Jaeger. Sponsored by Jaeger. Ready? Okay, ready? Here's our first shot from episode 3.
First shot, episode 3.
Nostalgia. Clink.
You'll see it.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Clink.
Eyes.
I beat you guys. I drank it already. Man, that's smooth.
You see, that's all like Jaeger.
Whoa.
Sponsored by Jaeger.
All I gotta say is whoa.
And this weekend's Easter. It's kind of hard right now because
Hey, we don't talk about Christ here.
No, but Easter.
We talk about the Antichrist.
But Easter, there's Reese's, so shout out to Reese's. Chocolates.
I had mine already, but thank you.
Reese's. So nostalgia.
Hang on. Reese's Easter egg.
So episode 3 is nostalgia.
Yeah.
So.
And since we're on the topic of candy, right? Dude, tell me this. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but like lately I've been like eating a lot of like candy and stuff that I used to eat as a kid. Skittles ain't the same no more.
Why not?
Really?
I don't think it is. I think they switched up the formula. I mean, I still enjoy it, but it's not like back in the day.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just like tricks, man. They should have kept those shapes. Now they're all little kernel things. They're little balls, right? Trick cereal.
Dude, my mom won't let us have tricks.
What? Why?
Supposedly we were on like this healthy family.
Bro, we were brought up on
mini wheats.
Mini wheats and what's it?
Honey bunches.
Honey bunches.
A shout out vanilla flavored chicks.
Dude, vanilla flavored chicks?
Yeah.
Shout out to all you chicks who are vanilla flavored. You mean tricks?
No, chicks. Those little squares that look like pillows.
Peeps? No.
No. Cereal.
Oh.
Like little squares that...
Are you high?
No, chicks were the little balls. Checks is what I'm thinking. Checks.
Oh,
yeah. Shout out for Coney Joe for being drunk and not knowing stuff.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Primo. Primo.
Hey, Primo right now is something
Wait,
else at work.
I got it into a microphone.
Okay, 5 seconds later. Shut up. Alright.
That concludes our ASMR portion of the podcast.
I already told them we should do a mukbang.
What is that?
Oh!
Lauren knows what's up.
A shit ton of food.
Yep.
In front of a camera and just talk about, like, basically a podcast with a bunch
but
of
with
food.
eating. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Next time.
Really?
Yeah, just food and just.
Then we should wait.
We could do it with our Thai food.
Today we had Thai food.
Mm-hmm.
We should
do
wait
that.
and then record like 3 episodes a night. Dude, we'll be ahead of the schedule. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall. We'll be ahead of schedule. And we'll have 8 podcasts. We'll be ahead of schedule, dude.
Okay, well, yeah.
At least one
time.
every month.
Next time, mukbang.
Yeah, and then he can eat Taco Bell.
There we go.
Taco Bell.
Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe.
No. 4 likes. If
Hey.
you get 4 likes, you're gonna eat Taco Bell food.
But what if we get him like some good ass
But
sauce?
you
There's
guys-
4 people here. There's
you
4
guys
likes
pay for it.
already. He's
4 likes.
guaranteed to eat Taco Bell.
That's why 4 likes.
You guys pay for it.
It's fine.
We'll pay for it. Yeah.
It's fine. We'll pay for it, but you're gonna get 4 likes and you're gonna
Bro,
eat it.
there's a freaking
chorro.
lunch.
Está bien.
There's a lunch box that has 8 or 12 tacos or something like that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
12.
So
Okay,
next
it's 12
episode
tacos.
4,
Bro.
we already got episode 4.
Bam, we're done.
There we go. Anyways, nostalgia. Joe.
Yeah.
Dude, it's 10. We can go right now and get it and record episode 4.
For real.
I'm kind of hungry,
Hey.
so.
We're gonna send her out. And then
Oh yeah, true. Because you guys drink responsible. Okay.
Drink responsibly. We're drinking.
Okay, so we kind of already drunk.
This is halfway into our night right now. We have
Episode
half
3.
a bottle, less than a quarter of a bottle of Jaeger,
So drink responsibly,
less than a quarter of a bottle of tequila.
we're just
Some
gonna
Clorox wipes for some reason.
talk about life. So.
Yeah, well, because the theme for this episode is nostalgia, but
Yes.
mainly life. You know, don't trip on your.
I'm not.
And on a more serious note, though, if you do have a drinking problem, I suggest you don't go to AA. Keep drinking.
Oh no! Wait!
No.
Censor! Hold on! Wait! No!
Okay.
No!
Mama, hey,
Shut.
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Oh God.
Okay, I like your thinking. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Just leave it like
Hey,
that.
did I fuck up?
No. You're mine.
All right. You know what? Mama didn't raise no critter, but drink responsibly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Don't.
Did I hear
overboard.
shots?
Ay, Fernando.
Just had some. It's not even 5
okay.
minutes.
So, Fernando, okay, so estamos como 5 aquí, pero nomás Fernando's like, shot?
Stop saying in English. She's gonna.
Shut.
Stop saying in Spanish. She's gonna understand.
Yeah.
We're gonna get shut down. We're gonna get.
Why are we gonna get shut down? Because we're racist?
No.
No, because we have a freaking traditional Mexican mom that's gonna shut us down. Fool.
Ooh.
She needs to learn how to speak English, bro.
That's
Ooh.
true. We can curse.
America.
We can curse.
Hell
We
no,
can
I'm
curse.
Mexican.
We can curse. I forgot.
Where's
but,
Matt?
But I mean, I don't know about SoundCloud or whatever.
I can censor it.
YouTube.
But we don't have
Censor.
it. We don't have a big enough following.
Hola,
Why are you
Gaby.
on the phone?
Hola, Gaby, ¿cómo estás?
I guess
Are
this
you
is how
ordering
bad
Taco Bell? You better be ordering Taco
Hola,
Bell.
Gaby, ¿cómo estás?
What are you doing, dude? Look at this
we
guy.
just brought in somebody else into the podcast.
Who is
We
it?
just, I just put it on
Wait, who
speakerphone.
is it?
My
It's
mom.
Gab. Oh.
Put it, your mom. Put it on speakerphone.
Hey, honestly,
It's Gabby.
It's Gabby.
Dude,
Gabby.
honestly,
I don't know.
I know Gabby.
take everything.
You know Gabby.
Hey, all I gotta say is take everything we say with a grain of salt. Don't take it too seriously.
Take it with a grain of salt and a grain of pepper.
Yeah,
Yep.
and some
Seren-
hot sauce too, because we
Serenade.
I don't like hot sauce.
Marinate.
Puedo.
You like hot sauce?
Shout out to Fredo for being the only Mexican who doesn't like hot sauce.
Thank you.
I'm the only Italian that doesn't like tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Lauren.
Hey, and I'm the only Mexican that doesn't like drinking Corona because it's, well, I can't say
Well, I don't like
good or
Corona.
bad
No,
about
I
it.
can't
But
eat
yeah.
tomatoes.
Yes, you can.
I
There
like
you go.
tomato sauce.
Well, first of all, you can eat.
Lauren cannot eat tomatoes.
You can eat tomatoes. You just choose not to. Stop. Here, I'll do it. You freaking bastard.
Lauren is a spicy Italian.
But no tomatoes.
No tomatoes.
I feel like she's a spicy Italian, but her taste in food isn't that. You eat chicken nuggets and fries.
But I love your chocolate. What is it?
Chocolate salami.
Yes.
Stop.
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna get swatted by the FBI.
Oh my God, I love it.
When
Wait,
November
4 of them? 4 of
comes
them?
around, you'll have more.
4 of them or not?
Yes.
Well, what do you mean the FBI? Like, is
No,
she part of like?
It's
the-
because
the
it's a
Gambino
family
family?
recipe,
It's a-
and I just I don't
Oh,
like.
so familia.
And like
Yeah.
with
Hey, that's
coffee and like the chocolate
Dude,
salami.
it's a
oh my
chocolate
God.
salami.
Oh.
It's like a loaf. No, not a loaf. It's
I'ma
like
get you some.
Picture,
I'ma get you
picture
some.
salami, like the freaking sausage, right?
Yeah.
It's made of chocolate and bread, like right.
Can you
Uh,
stuff?
Well,
with-
don't say what it is because
Okay.
I want them to, and taste the surprise. It's like chocolate and like some bread kind of stuff, and it's like it comes in a loaf of salami, but they call it a loaf, and you cut it up in little slices.
I'm gonna get you some.
There, and it's
awesome.
coated. What is it? Powdered sugar?
Yeah.
It's coated in powdered sugar. It's delicious.
Mm.
It's a bit sugary. It's a bit too sugary for me.
And with coffee.
It's so good though.
So is it the equivalent to Mexico's abuelita chocolate?
No. It's a pastry.
food.
Okay.
That's all I had for this.
Yeah,
we finished the bottle
it's a
already.
cold dessert.
Oh, okay.
So it's
You
kind of like a
Very
mazapanish, but with cold. It's
Masapan.
cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, all I know is that you put mazapan in that stuff last time and it looked
Yeah, it was
bomb,
bomb,
bro.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
You can have this one. Put it in that one, and then you know.
So
No,
nostalgia. Nostalgia.
Oh, sorry. Beep. Ah! All right.
Ooh.
Yours.
Clink.
Dude, freaking Fernando's gonna be behind.
Episode 3.
Hang on. There you
Hey,
go.
man, but we just lost Primo because he's out
Yeah.
on a phone call. Shout out to his girlfriend.
Shout out to Gabby.
Oh no.
I'm trying to cough quietly because the liquor's burning my mouth.
It is.
Oh my gosh, that's not on my tongue too long.
No,
So nostalgia.
nostalgia, dude. Remember
Yes.
back in the days? I don't know if you guys are that old because I know I'm pretty old and like all of you. But
Well, I feel like if you have more than like
Wait.
15 years, you're old enough. Go on.
But you guys ever remember as kids buying those beepers? They were plastic beepers, but they had gum in them. They were
Oh yeah.
the packaged gum that came
Y'all are a
with it.
bit too old for me, but you know.
Yeah, but you remember those?
Yeah.
Where the hell are they?
I know.
And for people who don't know what that is, like, could you explain it
Explain.
further?
So I think basically
Like a
before the
Yeah.
cell phones, it was like beepers. So
Oh, you mean
everybody
like
had
pagers?
beepers.
Like
Pagers. Yeah,
Gotcha,
pagers.
Gotcha.
But the kids wanted pagers. So what happened was that everybody invented pagers with gum. So we kids had pagers, but it was gum. You know, don't say but gum. You know.
So imagine.
And so we got gum, and then we're like, okay, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Talk.
And so imagine this, right? You being a little kid, my age, I was like in kindergarten when this was a fad.
Yeah.
I remember showing up every day at school, coming off the school bus with my pack of gum that looked like a pager, and I'd be like, "Yo, what's up, man? Who wants some gum?" And I'd be out there like the freaking drug dealer, dude, just freaking giving out gum to freaking
Basically,
kids. Yeah, that's what it was like. I felt cool, dude. I felt cool with it.
I think for me, nostalgia basically means marbles.
Yeah.
No, marbles.
They said marbles. I was like, you didn't read comic
No,
books?
marbles as
I
in
got
like
you. Marbles as in like,
canicas.
yeah, I got you.
Because in LA, that's all we had.
I feel like that's not true. What
No.
you just say. In
No.
LA, we had a lot of stuff. I feel like you just had marbles.
Because
He
I'm
lost
poor,
his
yeah.
marbles in Neverland.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. No, like because people like didn't have like Switch or PlayStation, whatever.
Yeah,
we had marbles like
you
to
had a
play.
PlayStation. That's the first thing you
Physically.
had, fool.
Because my friend gave it to me.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
true.
Mom bought it for you.
I'm poor.
Oh, I thought
You're
Hey,
welcome.
you guys need to speak up.
You're welcome. I'm poor.
I thought Mom bought it for you.
I'm poor. Basically, like
Don't worry.
That-
I got the recording going. It's all good.
basically like that's like that was a
Yeah.
game back then.
You
Like
still have
marbles.
right here.
Yeah, marbles. Like so, canicas.
Yeah.
So for me, that was nostalgia because I probably she still has my marble.
Boy, we have
She
them right
still
there.
had-
They're in those cabinets right there. I believe in the.
Oh, let me
little-
see. Hold up.
Well, don't make too much noise. People are gonna not know. But for me, Jesus, you're gonna make a bunch of noise, dude. I'm trying to keep the.
Nope.
I'm trying to keep the dream alive.
Nope.
No.
Hey,
I found hands.
What is that little thing over there?
Yeah, hands on a
What thing?
This?
The hand sanitizer. It's
Oh.
like a incense thing. You know?
Okay.
It sprays water vapor and then you like scent it with whatever scent you want. What's yours? What's your favorite?
It's like when
Ginseng?
people-
What?
No,
It has a weird name.
no. It's no like when people get high. That's what somebody from LA said. If people get high, like just do
Speak
this.
up.
I don't know how to. I don't know what's it called.
You don't know how to speak up?
I don't know how to speak up.
Is it dragon's breath? No. What's
No.
it called? That's an incense, right?
Dragon's blood.
No, dragon's breath. Something like that. What's it called?
I don't know.
I gotta go look it up. Here, keep the podcast going.
Okay.
I will go.
So basically,
Canicas.
canicas. I like that's what I literally just like played when I was a little kid, like marbles. Like we, played marbles, and I still have my set of marbles. That was basically life, basically.
Yeah, nostalgia, man. I mean, it's a trip. I mean, I come across a lot of things now as an adult.
It's called Nag Champa.
Nag Champa, there you go. Nag Champa.
That's the scent that we drop every time we want to turn on this incense thing. It's like a water vapor.
But it's for weed people. Nag Champa.
No, it's not. It's
not.
That's what the guy from LA said. Like,
don't believe.
Shout out to the guy from LA who said.
Yeah, he's
You're
like
from LA. You don't.
that. No,
LA.
yeah, we do believe this because it's from downtown, like literally
Okay,
LA.
You and I were brought up differently. You don't believe anybody. You just take
No,
the bargain and then you enjoy what you bought.
no, I don't take the bargain. I'm like, okay, come on, okay. The guy from Street 7th from Washington said Nag Champa was okay. So
Speak up.
Nag Champa,
Uh-huh.
we believe in it because the guy from
You believe in it? It's a scent. You don't have
no,
to believe in
we
a
believe
scent.
in it. No, we believe in it. We believe in it because
Welcome back to episode 3.
because he said it.
Well, La Champa sounds like something you'd get in Mexico after spending the night there at a whorehouse. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
You guys- After he said
La
it.
Champa.
We'll find out post, dude. We're gonna do some research tomorrow. We're gonna be like, oh, he can't say that. He can't say that. He can't say that.
But
he can
anyways,
say that, but he can't say that.
but anyways, nostalgia. So
Yeah.
I think for me, nostalgia basically means just back in like when we had play marbles, hide and go seek, everything. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Now it's like everybody has their phone. It kind of sucks.
I feel like
To be honest.
Well, yeah, okay.
To be honest, it kind of sucks because everybody has phones. Everybody does the same thing, Before, everybody had hide and go seek or whatever. This game, Loteria.
Do not be that guy.
Which game?
The guy who
Which game?
The back in my day guy.
Which
We
one?
understand that your days were different.
Back in my day.
But you're only
like-
8 years older than me, and you always say, back in my day.
Well, no. But,
Back in
okay,
my day,
so
we
so
used
what
to
about
walk 14
you?
miles to the grocery store.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. See? No,
So-
you didn't. We lived on the same block, fool. You didn't walk 15 miles to the freaking grocery store. You walked across the street. Remember when we lived in... I can't remember what the street was called.
Clara.
No, before that, fool.
Clara.
The one next to Northgate. We're
Bell.
talking about LA. If you live in
Cudahy,
LA,
Bell.
shout out to y'all who
Santa
live
Monica
in LA.
Boulevard.
No,
No,
Cudahy,
that's too
Bell.
far.
Bell.
Bell.
Oh,
People
no.
who live in a Bell. Shout out to y'all. Remember when we lived in Bell? The first house where I was a baby. Next to Northgate. I'm
And then
talking
you
about
did
that
it.
house.
Mom, we're not gonna go. We're gonna go paint this house. Like, nah, fool. We moved.
Yeah, see?
We moved.
Alright.
So she lied to you.
We lied to him,
Oh.
basically,
Yeah,
because he was a baby.
I was a baby.
Yeah, he was a baby. He's like, oh, we're moving from this house because we're gonna renovate. Nah.
For anybody who
We
doesn't
don't-
know, me and Alfredo were brothers. Say
Yeah.
say your name so everybody knows whose voice to characterize.
Fredo.
And then I'm Sam. So we are brothers. Just so everybody else. Continue.
I don't know. I forgot.
Alright, your turn. What does nostalgia mean to you?
Board games.
Alright.
So,
Okay. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Lincoln, where we're at, I've been my whole life.
Wait, Lincoln, California.
Yeah.
No, Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
Lauren.
Not the corn place.
Well, the round table next to the Safeway.
Okay.
My mom used to work at Safeway, and my dad would work at Round Table. And sometimes, after I would get out of elementary school, I would walk to Round Table. But they used to have, like, Tuesday board game nights where, like, families could come and play board games. But I had this usual booth. And by the time I got there, my dad would have my own, like, personal pizza made because he used to work there. And then he would have, like, a couple stacks of board games, so I would play board games by myself. So that's why I like board games so much. So, like, I would play, like, checkers by myself and, like, Candyland and stuff, and it'd be, like, all these different people. So, like, that was kind of nice. Because, like you said, no technology was involved at
Yeah,
all. I was
yeah.
just kind of, like, sitting there, enjoying life, playing a board game.
Yeah.
There's a thing on the floor. There's a pretzel on the floor. Everybody wants to eat.
No technology. No, I know. I'm like, you know, I think for me, it's like before technology happened, it's like, I think the fun happened.
I feel like that's always going to be a thing because when we were kids, everything fun happened. You know?
But there, like Lauren said, there was no technology.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, there's going to be a kid now who's having their childhood now. In the future, it's like, oh, we didn't have XS Plus or whatever. You know, like the Internet Plus that's wireless or whatever. We didn't have edible. We didn't have edible internet. So back in my day, we had wireless internet. Those were the days, man, when we had like TikTok and stuff like that. That was awesome. It's like, I feel like it's based on, you know, perspective. He's like, but I understand what you mean because you and I both kind of not super poor, but you know, we both grew up in like the same environment where, you know, we kind of watched the same shows. We both grew up playing hide and seek, tag, stuff like that with people in the apartments where we lived, stuff like that. But I feel like it's based on everybody's perspective because our nostalgia is not based on the generations before us. It's like, yeah, back in my day we had stuff like this. Because the war was going on, we had...
Which war?
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, for example, people before us, it's like, yeah, when the war was going on, we would take scraps of bombs and we would play Shield Sword or whatever, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's based on perspective.
Well, now that Sam's brought that up, then it makes sense. Maybe this nostalgia thing wasn't the best thing, but I can actually turn it around. I think I can go somewhere else with it. But
yeah.
If we can't talk about nostalgia in that sense, why not talk
about nostalgia in that sense?
Yeah, but it's like also like some people were born in like the wrong era or time, right? It's like what time do you wish you lived in?
Dude,
there you go.
80s.
That was actually
the 80s, dude.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think everybody like I want to say like wants to be a different era of where they were born in. You know,
I feel like it would have been cool to be a teenager in the 80s.
Yeah.
Just because I praise so many bands from the 80s, Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, Exodus, stuff like that. To be a 15-year-old in the Bay Area in 1985, to be at like a little club in like a mile away from the San Francisco Bridge, that would be so cool because I would be there thrashing with all my buddies where in the 80s, freaking, you know, nobody cared. I'd be there like drinking with my buddies because you know we scored some free booze that we stole from the convenience store down the road.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome. It'd be like, but I can't do that now because I can do that now, but you know it'd be higher stakes.
But back then it was boys will be boys or whatever. Right now it's.
I think for me it's like the Beatles, like 70s, 1970s. That was my thing. The Beatles, you know, getting. I want to say high, drinking
no, he
and
wants
everything.
to say that.
He wants to say
but
that.
I honestly, I never gotten like really high, but like high drinking and everything. But it's like, that's my era, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. No, man, I'd go further, dude. I think, you know, like, I am what today's youth would call a simp. I believe, dude, I'm still a gentleman. I believe in chivalry or whatever. Thank you. Woo! In case you guys don't can't hear it or whatever, I said that and the birds out there went wild. I have fans, but
I got fans, bro.
No, but honestly, you know, like chivalry and all that stuff is like my jam. So I could see myself back in the medieval times without the plague, though. Because I would hate to go back in time to that time and be like, whoa, dude, I'm here. And then they're like, hey, dude, you quarantined, dog. No.
No.
It's all, that would be my jam.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Lauren?
What is your list? Well, if you could be in a different
era,
like, I was born in the wrong era, you know? What would you be like?
The 90s would be so cool. Like,
why?
I want like a 90s. I don't know. It's a dumb reasoning, but when I think of that, I think of like headshots that my mom took in the 1990s.
Oh, okay.
Like pictures.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Like Polaroids and stuff like that, where you take them to the to the store and develop.
Like I
them
think
and
I could
stuff
totally
like
have the hair for that.
Dude, yes. I actually remember like in high school, like
that. High
I don't
school,
know.
that was the 2000s.
No, well, yeah, that's why. But like in high school, like everybody was like, "Let's go do a Photoshop." Photoshop right now is like, oh, your green screen, whatever. Back then, it was like in an actual studio with an actual like Photoshop, and be like, you know, with your cholas and everything, be like, okay, what up, bro?
Shout out to Photoshop and technology for ruining the planet.
Shout out to Adobe Photoshop.
But your cholas used to do that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and they used to freaking have their pictures in the folders.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like, yeah, it depends. It really depends on.
Back then, you didn't have your Instagram. You had your folder, and that was your Instagram. Like you had.
I thought it was my yearbook.
No.
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 That was
No.
WhatsApp.
No. It was your
High five.
folder. No, it was your folder. Your folder had your Instagram, and you had to have Photoshop in the Photoshop place or whatever, and then you had your folder. And be like, hey, I have my Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like it's based on preference. Because, you know. When were you born again? Sorry.
I was born in '86.
86. See, I want to go back to a generation you were born in, but you already experienced that. So you're like, why would he want to go back to that place? It was, you know, it was primitive. I like what we have now. You have phones and stuff like that. Or you're like, yeah, I guess I can understand because we had like, you know, good music, stuff like that. He's like, but you want to go back to like
Way
medieval
back.
times. Which is crazy. But somebody from medieval times would probably be like, why would you gonna come back now? We have serfdom, we have kingdoms, we have, you know, like awful plagues, nobody takes a shower, stuff like that. It's like, but I don't want to do that, you know?
But they got dirty girls. Owner Joe likes dirty girls. Not literally, just, you know, like figuratively. Take showers. Hashtag take a shower.
Take a shower.
Shower responsibly.
6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah.
But nostalgia. So what about nostalgia?
It's Primo's turn.
Primo, nostalgia. ¿Qué pasa de nostalgia de México a América? What difference between Mexico and America?
That's a good perspective. He has two perspectives.
Oh, what?
He's drunk. So Mexico and America, like, what's the like nostalgia?
¿Qué es la
like?
diferencia de
Like,
money.
No, but like as in like childhood.
¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué era la diferencia de niño en México de aquí?
O
¿Qué hiciste allá que no haces aquí? ¿Qué hiciste aquí que no haces allá?
No se puede decir.
¿Por qué no se puede decir?
No, he's told me some stuff from like his past, todo el desmadre that he did as a kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see why he wouldn't want to say it, but honestly, I think that would be good if he did.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
For those of you that couldn't hear, he is drunk.
He's
down.
Yeah.
We got a man down.
Man down.
You too.
So Joe, what? Explain.
Well, no, it's just, you know, like, for him, I mean, I could see how there's a big difference because it's like he grew up most of his life over there, you know, and it's like he lived his childhood over there. I mean, where he can go outside, play with his friends, soccer on the streets, canicas, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like he comes here and it's completely different. Mm. You know, he went to high school here and he had to learn English to communicate and all that. So he had to go through all that. Mm-hmm. And I could see how it's hard for him to, like, try to distinguish the both because it's like back then he was in a comfortable space and then now he's got so much going on that it's like I don't think he could really differentiate from one or another. Mm-hmm. I don't think he has that nostalgia of what he went through, like, here.
Yeah.
Not like us. I mean, I was, you know, like, my dad got us fixed, you know, like, paperwork and everything, and he brought us over here because, you know, he's a citizen, and I came here when I was 4 years old, so I experienced everything. All the good freaking slasher flicks, all the good music. I mean...
Yeah, you did experience all the good music. God damn.
Yeah, it's dope, and dude, I had uncles in Mexico who listened to Metallica, so that's why I got into metal. You know, yeah.
They got a lot of fans over there.
Yeah, they do.
I hate to go back to my dad again, but he always tells me about the many memories that he had as a kid over there.
Why do you hate to go back to that memory?
Because we said it last episode like 3 times.
It's
Hey,
fine,
why are you
but-
going Freud on him, bro?
But I'm like, it's fine. Like,
I know he's
your
on a
dad-
couch, but
No, I'm like, but your dad
"Do not be
always
my
like.
therapist.
Your dad always has like
And-
good
and-
stories.
He
you
does
know?
have good stories, but
Yeah,
he
like
usually tells them
back
when
in
he's
my
drunk.
days, you know.
He told me a story about when he went to Georgia about how there was this crazy lady who was like, "Oh, I sensed something in you about when you were a little kid," and when he was 18, 19, he was like, "Ah, you're crazy." But then later on, 30, 40 years old, he comes back and he's like, "Actually, I do recall something when I was a kid." He always tells me about the story when he used to live in Guatemala, which as a kid, when he was a kid over there, which suffered like a civil war, stuff like that. It's freaking, I believe his aunt, my great aunt or something like that, like freaking was a reporter, got captured by the, I don't know, one of like the rebels or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know my history, but he would get captured, and then he would see dead bodies on the street, stuff like that. He would tell me about this beach that he wanted to go to, his memory. And
In
he was like,
Guatemala.
he was like the lady at the thing in Georgia. He would be like, "Oh, it's a sad memory of when you were a child," and he was like, whatever. But then later on, he was like, "Oh, I do remember this memory when I was a little child, about when it's perfect timing. Good, what is it? Good Sunday, Easter Sunday,
Yeah.
where for Easter Sunday, apparently where he lived, there would be this empty village because everybody would go to the beach. They would have fun. They would go to this beach. It would be amazing. Everybody would catch shrimp, make food, all that stuff. And then he would be the only one not allowed to go because his grandma, my great grandma, would be the only. She would tell him, "Oh, you can't go. It's dangerous." So he would be the only one. Him and his grandma would be the only one not allowed to go, and he was so sad, and stuff like that. It's crazy how you have your nostalgia about living up in the 80s, your nostalgia about living in the 90s, our nostalgia about living in the 2000s because we were born 2000, and then his nostalgia. I don't know when he was born. 73,
1920s.
20s.
whoa,
It's not that old.
I know.
he
40
used
something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he used to listen to that real funky music.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I want to say 70s,
I think 70s.
73 probably.
80s
Was he
maybe.
born? 76, 67?
67.
Okay, so he's born 73, I think.
73.
Yeah, like growing up in the 70s, and then being so free in Guatemala, like having the beach all to themselves, having a whole town all to themselves, climbing trees, eating fruit, catching bugs, stuff like that, and then coming to America, where he lived with his mom, his 3 siblings, all in one room in like the center of LA, where he would get bullied on the daily going to San Pedro High School, and it's crazy the difference from here to there. Even though supposedly like people come to America to make their life better, but then it's kind of not ensnaring, but like it's a cage kind of.
Well, that's the thing that like right now people think like, oh, come to America and it's great, it's fun, it's whatever. It's like, nah, bro, like we don't have it like that. You think you have a picture of it in your mind.
I talked for a long time there.
Yeah, I'm like, no, but like you have a picture in your mind like America, what this, that, whatever. Like, nah. Like, we work for what we have, and that's it. And people think that it's like we have it all.
Yeah.
Like, just giving it to us, and it's like, nah. Like, we don't do that. We don't have that,
It's just like all my family in Mexico. They're like, "Hey, so when you gonna come visit?" I'm like, "I can't."
Yeah.
Why?
He's like, "Why aren't you drowning in money?" He's
Yeah,
like, "No,
so-
I'm not. I'm freaking.
Yeah.
I'm actually
drowning.
just drowning."
I'm drowning in debt.
Yeah. No, true.
And so the
True.
Mamalona needs to get paid,
Yeah.
And those who don't know what a Mamalona is, it's a big ass truck. And yeah, gotta pay off that baby first. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
so-
It's like different perspectives can share a lot of the same things. It's like poverty, music. Going back to the last episode, music.
Yeah.
Same kind of media like TV shows. You and I watch the same TV shows. You and I, as in Alfredo and I, we watch the same TV shows, even though he's 8 years older than me. We watched, what was it, Drake and Josh? iCarly, Zoe 101. SpongeBob.
Well, because
Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom.
Because before, wait, hold up. Going back to that, it's like we didn't have anything other than just TV shows. You know, it's like, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure it's stable. I'm sit up here.
We're like, I didn't have any like TikTok. I didn't have Snapchat. I don't have whatever. I had just had Nickelodeon, you know?
Either
it's
you,
like,
you did something outside or you watched TV?
Or just watch it, and then we watch TV, it's like, that's nostalgia, you
old
know?
and poor enough to have those TVs where you had to get up and change the channel on the TV?
Yeah. That was our nostalgia, like, you know, that, and channels, Monopoly.
Yeah.
Canicas.
Do you remember play Life at Melda's house?
Right there.
What?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our nostalgia, you know, so.
Stuff like that.
Before. Now it's fucking...
So what about your nostalgia?
Dude, we're getting emotionally drunk.
What about your nostalgia? Tu nostalgia como antes de México y ahora como...
Antes de Mexico, he wasn't born antes de Mexico.
He was born in Mexico and then...
Either it's Mexico or America.
Both.
Yeah, but you said antes de Mexico.
I'm güero. What the heck are you talking about?
You're red. What the...
You're red.
What the... Fuck.
Dude, say a lot.
Everything,
say
man, like... Canicas.
So what about from Mexico to America? What's different?
Everything.
Like, como que todo?
Yeah. Like right here is everything technology, which iPad and shit.
Yeah, como estaban.
Thank you.
Like, yeah.
Like me, dude, being from here and being born in Mexico and then being here and then like every now and then being taken back to Mexico to visit. My nostalgia about that place was always because my granddad was a farmer. He had cows, all sorts of stuff, goats. I would love going up in the hills, like with him and like herding the cattle and all that stuff. That was pretty dope too. Yeah, I was a cowboy. A real cowboy, unlike Matt.
Mexico. I
wore those pointed boots, not the square.
Not the square with the poop in Hawaii.
Vaquero, there we go.
No, that was
going
good,
for 37 minutes. It's not bad for a second episode.
I can't see that far away.
Well, you don't have your glasses on.
I don't have my glasses either.
Everybody needs glasses.
I'm also very sober.
No, Primo wears glasses too.
Yeah.
Hey,
all of us.
Wear your glasses, fool.
You should add glasses to your
glass fam. The glass fam.
The glass fam.
Yeah.
Because all of them.
Yeah, dude, we all wear glasses.
But you don't talk, fool.
Oh.
You.
I don't speak.
You don't speak Spanish, fool. Habla español.
Yeah, I need to go.
Okay.
Speak louder though. You gotta pick it up on the microphone.
Yeah.
Do you remember episode 1 when you were sitting right here and you
I was talking.
Yeah.
Not this one.
No, dude, if I speak to you in English, feel free to respond in Spanish. Just do it.
Yeah.
No,
So can I play by
Yeah, yo.
He's trying to leave.
No, I can take him.
Yeah. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think
so we're gonna wrap it up. So episode, what is it, 3 or 4? I don't know.
No, this is 3.
3 nostalgia.
Yeah.
We'll talk about nostalgia after.
Honestly, I think the next one should be poverty.
Okay, there we go.
We're all poor kids.
No,
I was poor.
Yeah, poverty. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that episode 4.
I remember having to go to like Blockbuster and I couldn't afford the good movies. I had to watch all the old stuff.
Dude, Blockbuster was the freaking best, dude.
I miss him.
Yeah.
The VIP Pets near Safeway. I'm not sure if you guys moved here to Leakin by the time it was that used to be a Blockbusters.
Yeah, that's great.
And my dad worked at the round table right next to it, so if anyone messed up a pizza, that would be our dinner.
Oh.
And then I'd be able to pick out one movie.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Good night,
Okay, so
guys.
episode 3.
That's
We're good.
Episode 3 is a wrap. Alrighty.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
guys.
I love you.
Buenas noches. Good vibes, everybody. Good vibes.
Goodbye. What was it?
Good night.
What's the thing that Ellen says?
Good vibes.
No,
Love
Ellen
you
says.
guys.
Be kind to everybody.
No, be kind to one another.
Be
Be
kind,
kind to one-
rewind.
And wait. And we have to do the peacock sound. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. There you go.
Bye.